So as I said, welcome to France. You know already Oreva. So Oreva is located in different parts of France, especially in southeast with Nice and Marseille and two offices there, two teams. Then we have also an office in Bordeaux and two project managers in Paris and Lyon. So we cover quite well the territory, and we are able to suggest, to compare regions, to suggest several options for your incentive trip or congress, whatever. So it's a good point for us. Initially, Oreva, it's an event agency dedicated to the French clients. So we have both hats, let's say, because we know quite well your part, what is your aim, and how we are supposed to work. So we try to make a team with our clients. It's our first goal. And we have so more than 20 years of experience, especially, as I said, south of France. And that's why we have very good and strong relationship with suppliers. So as I said at the beginning, France it's not a big country, but we have a lot of different faces depending of the region. Of course, you will find always good food and good wine. It's a must. But according to the regions, you will have different sort of specialities. And this is very important for you because at the end, you can really put a special theme in each areas. I mean, for example, in Nice, you will have lemons with the lemons of Menton and olive trees. In Marseille, you will have the bouillabaisse, the fish soup, pastis, pétanque. In Bordeaux, you will have the Lillet aperitif, of course, the red wine, but also a good white wine, and so many other things like cannelé. It's a little cake with rum. It's just amazing. So on the west coast, you have all of the oysters, and so many things to add as a theme in your incentive program. Regarding the connection with Germany and Switzerland, we are quite so good. Of course, from Paris, you have the TGV, you have flight connection, direct flight connection. The same for Lyon, the same for Bordeaux and Marseille. Not the train is. It's going to be a little bit a long way, but by plane you have daily direct flights. Of course, from Nice, it's always a very good point for the destination because you have daily flight to many cities in Germany. So that is a good point for us because we are not so far away. And if you want to have a special attention to your carbon. It's important to push this theme first. So as I said, we are able to provide you many programs in many cities and areas. But today, as we have not too much time, I decided to focus on two cities in France, Marseille and Bordeaux. I will explain you very shortly because Côte d'Azur, most of you know well Côte d'Azur already. Lyon, it's a very nice city, but quite similar as Bordeaux. But Bordeaux has much good points, advantages. So I decided to choose Bordeaux today. So Bordeaux, it's a really, really nice city. For me, it's one of the most beautiful cities in France because you have a fantastic city center. old city center. This picture, it's from the historical city center. We say Triangle d'Or. And the good thing with Bordeaux is you will combine these historical parts with a modern part. So you have also in the city several faces that you can combine in a one-day excursion, or even during a full stay. I mean, for 2 nights, you can only stay in Bordeaux. You will have enough things to do in the city center. So just to explain you quickly, you know already Bordeaux, but it's a kind reminder. Bordeaux is located right in the middle of all vineyards, world's best known vineyards, with Saint-Émilion, Les Graves, so Médoc, of course. So that is very interesting, because if you do not have a lot of time to extend your stay, we can be focused on one vineyard. Otherwise, we can also combine one day in the Médoc, one day in Saint-Émilion area, and these two areas are very different. So Bordeaux is divided in two with the Garonne River. So this Garonne River, we will use it to start, for example, your incentive with a cruise dinner. This is really nice to have an overview over the city with a glass of wine and a chill moment. But we can also use this Garonne as a good transportation way. I mean, if you want to combine the south of the city, located here in yellow, and if you want to combine this part of the city with the new part of the city over there, Bassin à Flot, the boat will be the best option, because it's very fast. You can choose where you want to pick up the boat and when you want to drop off the boat. So it's a very, very good and sustainable way to discover the city. So I started to say I made a choice between Lyon and Bordeaux, so you will understand very easily why. Of course, in Lyon you have the gastronomy, because it's the capital of the gastronomy. You have the wine, because you have a lot of vineyards around. But the difference with Bordeaux will be that you can be in 45 minutes, let's say 1 hour from Bordeaux, you can be in the Bassin d'Arcachon. And this area, it's unique in France, very special. So that, as you can see, the bassin means in France that it's, I don't know if we can say basin in English, but it's a protected area. You don't have any waves in these parts. But you will have waves on this path. I mean, you can combine a nice and quiet boat trip with a surf session in the same day. So this is why it's very special. So this area, Bassin d'Arcachon, I will show you later some pictures. What is nice is that you have a lot of topics to use also for your incentive day, like oysters, because you have a lot of oyster farms. You are close to the white wine area right here. So you will have, of course, with your oysters, a glass of white wine. And what is very unique, it's the Dune du Pilat. This dune, it's a sandy dune. It's the highest dune in Europe. So except if you are going to Dubai, you will not find something like that here in Europe. So as today we try to reduce the distance for our incentive, it's a good point because you will have a little of Dubai, of let us desert here. I will show you some pictures later. And so this area can be visited in one full day. I mean, you can combine the Dune du Pilat, a boat trip, oyster farm, and even a bike tour on the Cap Ferret because it's a really dedicated area for bikes in one day, one big full day. Or you can also spend a night in a hotel in Arcachon Bassin. So as I said, the good point with Bordeaux is the combination with wine, landscape, natural landscape, the bassin d'Arcachon, ocean side, and of course the modern part of the city. If come back to the historical city center, usually for a first day for incentive group, we always suggest to discover the city, even if you don't take your accommodation in the city center. So when you come from the airport, it's a short distance, about 30 minutes. You will arrive at in the city center, and then from the city center, we will offer several options to visit, like a sidecar tour, a bike tour, a gourmet tour, a wine tour, walking tour, city rally. We can do everything. And as I said, we will include, of course, very special recipes and very special products from this area. I mean, you will not have, I don't know, bouillabaisse, for example, in Bordeaux. It's not possible to have it. Bordeaux, it's more meat, oysters, this little cake like a cannelé, and wine, of course. So in our walking tour or gourmet tour, we will include this type of products. If you do not have time, or if you are not interested to have a full day, full walking tour of 3 hours, we can just cross the city and having a private area, a private bar, a wine bar where you can just enjoy a wine tasting before having your check-in at the hotel. So we always try to put in a minimum of time a lot of things to have just some pieces of the destination, even if you don't have 4 days to spend there. So as I said earlier, we use the Garonne as a nice way to discover the city, as a nice way to have transportation from a point to another one. And of course, it would be not nice just having a boat tour. We always add something special in during this boat tour, like an aperitif. And if you do not have time to go, for example, in the Bassin d'Arcachon, we will bring the Bassin d'Arcachon to your boat, for example, for oyster degustation. So we have small boats and big boats. So according to your group, we will be able to manage a boat trip. So this is the Bassin d'Arcachon, the Dune du Pilat. So as you can see, the sandy beach is springing into the sea. And on the back, you have a beautiful pine forest. And on the Pilat Dune, at the end, what you will see, what you will do, you can just enjoy the landscape. It's something I will not add in the budget because it's very simple, very easy, and it's fantastic. It's a fantastic moment. So most of the people are going to the Dune du Pilat just for the sunset with a pizza, with something to eat or to drink, and just enjoy the sunset over the Dune du Pilat. Or if you are more active, you can also include paragliding. It's very famous. So you have a lot of paragliding companies there. As I said, in addition to the Dune du Pilat, we have the bassin. On the bassin, you can do boat trip. So you can choose to have a classical and traditional boat trip like this one. We say Pinas. It's a very special one. And on this Pinas, you can just have a 1 hour tour or 3 hours tour, depends of your timing. And on the boat again, we can include some degustation. If you have if you have a big group, we can have several pinas, so you will be split it into several boats, or you can choose to have one big catamaran to be all together on one boat. So these little houses you have on the right side are very famous. It's we say cabane. It's fisherman houses. It's not possible to go on, but as it's very special, it's really nice to go around. And this area, it's a protected area where you have a lot of fauna, birds, and so on. This is also if you want to put a little bit of luxe in your day, but it's not luxe as you will have in Paris, for example. It's let's say the luxe here will be the view you will get to the on the Dune du Pilat or on the sea. This is an hotel, but we can privatize or just have a table to have lunch or dinner. So you can also start early in the morning, having this day on the bassin, Dune du Pilat, bike tour, and then at the end of the day, you can also imagine to have an aperitif or dinner in this place. So as I said, you have also other options as activities like surf session or paddle session. Surf session because you are on the seaside, and paddle session because due to the basin, the water is very flat, so you can use a paddle everywhere. Go back to the countryside of Bordeaux with wine. So you have a lot of vineyards, so you have a lot of chateaux, of course. Depending of the size of your group, depending of what you want to do, we can organize, we can privatize or half privatize a chateau. To organize a departure point for activities and also a nice barbecue outside with your guest. So this chateau is the Château de Carbonieux, very famous. So we can start by bike, by walking, to go through the vineyards and making some stop in several vineyards around. I give you a sample close to the Château de Carbonieux. We are working with a vineyard, and the owner, she's German. So it's a nice moment to share this moment with the guest and having a moment in German, spontaneous moment in German there. Of course, we can do some very special activities like hotel balloon over Saint-Émilion. Saint-Émilion, it's the village you have over there, and it's a really, really nice village to visit and to see from the sky. This place, it's another chateau. I choose this one because it's connected with Bordeaux by boat. So you can also imagine having your gala dinner here. You start from Bordeaux. It's about 20-30 minutes from Bordeaux by boat. You will arrive right there, and you can start your dinner in this place. So it's quite it's really nice. And as you have no buses and you can do this transportation by boat, you can imagine having an aperitif on the boat with the music. So it's a really nice moment. And to finish this presentation for Bordeaux, I would like to make a focus on this place because this place is a Darwin ecosystem. So it's an eco place, a urban wasteland, initially a military building, and now you have so many things to do there. I mean, it's not for tourists, it's not for dedicated for companies, it's for everybody. I mean, you will have local people who are coming for the weekend just to make a skate park. So you as a company, you can organize, you can privatize a part of this place, you can privatize the full place, you can even have a dinner on the skate park area. So it's quite original. And you can also just have a beer degustation and a visit of the place because they have their own beer factory. So this place can be, for example, included in a bike tour. So now we are in another city, Marseille. So Marseille, it's a very special city. So that's why I choose Marseille to compare, not to compare because it's uncomparable, but Marseille and Bordeaux are very opposite cities. First of all, because Bordeaux is on the ocean side, close to the Spain border. Marseille is on the Mediterranean Sea, close to Italy. So you will get the Mediterranean spirit ambience, and it's totally different. So this big church is Notre-Dame de la Major. It's the picture of Marseille. It's the main church in Marseille for the Marseillais, because Notre-Dame de la Major is protected the city. Just to give you a sample, just to show you where exactly is located Marseille, because for most of the people, Provence, it's not very clear. We don't know really where is Provence. So Provence, it's a big region. I mean, Provence, we say PACA, Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. It's a combination of Provence and Côte d'Azur and Alps. So Alps are here at the north. Alpes-Maritimes and Var. Var is separated in two. Let's say that Alpes-Maritimes and Var is the Côte d'Azur from Nice, Monaco to Saint-Tropez. And then Bouches-du-Rhône, Vaucluse, and a part of the Var is considered as Provence. Provence, it's just a name like this, but it doesn't mean it's not an official name. So if you are coming to Marseille, as you have direct flight from Germany and Switzerland, if you are coming to Marseille, you will have different, many ways to sell Marseille. I mean, you can just use Marseille for a one-day excursion, probably the first day or the last day, or you can just spend all your stay in Marseille, and you will see that you have so much things to do in Marseille, and you can easily do 4 days, 3 nights in this place, and even more. So Marseille, it's the place to go. Of course, in 45 minutes, you have Aix-en-Provence. It's another city, smaller city with the spirit of the Provence. And all around Aix-en-Provence, you will get wine and some lavender fields, because lavender fields are more located at the north, but you can have also lavender fields here, and we are suggesting activities around wine and lavender fields. So you can stay in Marseille, spend a day in Aix-en-Provence and the surroundings with a bike or with a Enter car, or a classic car, a vintage car. So we have so many options to do. And except Marseille, I mentioned Marseille because it's very close from, I mentioned Aix-en-Provence, sorry, because it's very close to Marseille. We have also Arles, Avignon, and of course, Beau-de-Provence. It's not mentioned in the map, but Beau-de-Provence is located here. So for these area, probably you will have to have an hotel in these surroundings, but you have a lot of boutique hotel, small hotels that you can privatize for groups from 15 to 30 or 40 people, 30 rooms. It's a very nice area if you want to have an incentive, but to keep the people all together. So this is Marseille. So I said that in Bordeaux you will have the wine and the ocean sides as a theme. In Marseille, it's the real French art de vivre. I mean, it's the not too no stress, quiet, and just enjoy the life. So Marseille, as I said, it's a very old city. You have the church Notre-Dame de la Major here. The port of the city is a very important place to go. It's where you have the fishing market every Sunday in the morning. But it's not only the fishing market, it's everything. So I mean, if you have your hotel on the port, like the Hotel Intercontinental, one of the most beautiful hotels in Marseille, or the Sofitel Hotel in Marseille, if you are located here, you can do very easily the city by walking, because the old town is situated here. The museum, the big museum, modern museum, is located right here, here especially. And the old town, as I said, is located here. It's the Panier. So if you stay here in the city, you can do one day excursion by walking. It's very easy. Of course, around Marseille, you have several places to use as a venue, like this chateau on a private island. Otherwise, you can also use the museum with the restaurant on the rooftop. You can do, for example, an aperitif before dinner in the museum, and having a private visit of the museum, because the museum will be closed, and then you go up to enjoy a gastronomic dinner. This is also another place, a very hidden place, let's say, that you can also use for groups, but there are so many places to use for the group, and for dinner, gala dinner, party, and so on. This place is very famous and not well known. It's the camp. If you want to put a little bit of sustainability or innovation, technology in your program, the camp, it's a place located close to the airport, and it's a place where they try to combine innovation, creativity, and sustainability. So it's a very unique place in France. You can even sleep there. It's a good place for car lunches, for example, or just to have a speaker who will explain you, for example, how you can combine creativity, technology, sustainability. So it's big themes that that your clients have to include for the future. So it's something very modern and very interesting. If you want to put more sustainability, not in the city center, but just a few minutes from the city center, we are working with Le Cloître. It's an old cloisters. Now the Fondation d'Auteuil decided to use it as a little bit like for Darwin, but it's very small. I mean, you have a lot of companies there, and the company who are working in this building are supposed to respect a list of good ways to work. I don't know if it's the good name, but you know what I mean. So you as a client, you can use this place for privatization or for a lunch, because it's a nice place. As you can see, you have a terrace. You can play pétanque close to the terrace. And if you want even more, it's also possible to promote, to be a sponsor of an association, of the Association of Fondation d'Auteuil, to help the people, the young people, especially young people. And now since 2 years, they also take care of the women in danger. So it's something that you can put in your program too. And we can organize a meeting with you, your clients, and the Fondation d'Auteuil to explain you the story of everything and how you can help them. So just go back to not the classic, but I mean, it's a must. Let's go back to the must. So as I told you, you have the fishing market on Sunday morning. You can also visit the Cathédrale de la Major, the graffiti. You can have a graffiti tour because in Marseille, it's also very important. And you can also organize a meeting with a local to see how they can restore local and traditional boats. Then, this is a must. I have to tell you, when you come for one day or if you want to stay in Marseille for several days, let's start with this activity because you will have, let's say, in a half a day, pieces of all the themes of Marseille. I mean, all the themes are the pétanque, the boule activity, the pastis Ricard. This is a navette. Navette, it's a special cake only based in Marseille. And I do not have the picture, but of course, probably you know the savon de Marseille, the soap of Marseille. So in this place, you can combine all these things, all these theme of the area. So, I mean, if you do not have a lot of time, if you want to have a chill moment with your guest and spring into the theme of Marseille, this is the place to go. So I will just explain you in a few minutes how it works. We are going to make a visit of this district, very old district. Then we will include some degustation during the tour. At the end of the tour, we will plan to make, of course, a pétanque tournament with a specialist right in the middle of the city, always in a real place. I mean, it's not something only for the tourists, it's something for the local first. And then we will add, of course, a glass of pastis to enjoy and to be a better player, of course. So now it's really a must. Except of this visit, we also organize bike tour, not right in the middle of the city because it's not so suitable, but around the city, at the entrance of the city on the Corniche to go to the Calanque de Marseille. So the Calanque de Marseille, it's a protected area, it's a national park, and so you can get there by bike until the entrance of the park, or you can go by boats. So we are working with several boats. Always we try to promote local boats and sailing boats due to our sustainable topic. It's very important for Oreva. So these two boats, for example, are very suitable for small or middle group of 16 guests or 40 guests. But if you have a bigger group, you can also use a catamaran, a big catamaran with more than 80 guests on it. So the goal is to discover the area. I mean, Marseille, it's an electric city. You have a lot of people. You have a lot of young people. That's why you have a lot of sustainability in this place. And it's a mix of many people, different people, and it's what is nice in Marseille. And when you go out Marseille, when you go to the Calanque, it's like a paradise. The contrast is amazing because it's very calm, very peaceful. And so you can discover the Calanque, for example, by canoe. It's a must. Otherwise, I will have also another suggestion. I will show you. So, did you see the color of the water? It's like in a Caribbean sea. So without storm. So it's a good thing. And then you have our local. So I told you about the local renovation of traditional boats. But on the left, you will see it's a fisherman. And this fisherman will welcome you in one of the most beautiful calanques, a calanque de Sorgnou, and he will prepare for you the special meal bouillabaisse. It's the fish soup that you can eat only in Marseille. Don't eat fish soup in other places. The place is in Marseille. So this man will welcome you in his fish cabane, fish house, and you will enjoy this moment. It's just simple, but for me, it's the real lux because you are alone and it's amazing. Then you have, as I told you, Aix-en-Provence. This is just some pictures to give you a sample of what kind of landscape you have in Aix-en-Provence. This is a special venue. It is a venue, but you can also use as a classic vineyard visit, but it's not so classic, as you can see in the picture. You have a lot of modern arts in the itinerary inside the vineyard. And the Beau de Provence, it is the real Provence we have all in mind, the perch village, small houses, lavender fields, and so on. I don't know, could you tell me how many times, if it's okay, or I don't know if I think I speak too much, no? I cannot hear you,
No, no, it's
Sabrina.
okay. It's okay.
Okay, okay. And then, of course, if you want to see more, I'm totally dedicated to you. But before leaving, I just want to make a short focus on the Côte d'Azur because every people know where the Côte d'Azur. But I just want to let you know that we have some fresh air in the Côte d'Azur, especially in Nice, because we have some special openings in Nice, like the Hotel Melbourne Riviera. It's not a new hotel, it's a Vista Palace Hotel, but it has been totally refurbished and it's a crazy and amazing place just for a lunch or dinner, or if you want to spend some night there. It's crazy. We have now the Anantara Hotel, so with a rooftop bar, and close to the Anantara, we will have in few weeks another hotel with a rooftop too and a swimming pool in the old town. We will have also a new hotel. So you know that it's very important for us to have more hotels, because more hotels we will have, prices will be and the service will be better. So that's why it's important. We have also a mama shelter. It's very new, few weeks ago. They opened the mama shelter in the city center of Nice. So it's not right in the heart of Nice or in the old town, but it's very close. And usually mama shelter are not always very well located. But I can tell you this district is really good because you are close to many things. And this is not an hotel, it's a Canua island. It's very new. It's in front of Cannes, and it's a place that you can use for many things. They have some rooms. You can use it for a big gala dinner. You can use just for a day as a base for activities. So it's sustainable. It's very important because this is a very important topic. And now I just want to do my last comments. If you come to Côte d'Azur, I will try to offer you. Of course, you have Monaco, you have the nice cars and so on, but I will also offer you some hidden places, local projects, vineyards too. So another face of Côte d'Azur. And this is very important for me because I'm from this area and I'm a little bit boring with all the things we know already about Côte d'Azur, and it's very important for me to show you the other faces. So if you are open to that, I will be very happy to invite you in my country, in my region, or in other region. I will be very happy. That's it. I hope you. I will stop to share my screen just to let Sabrina say.
Thank you, Lynda.